Awakening the mind to an expanded consciousness allows us to achieve ascension and go beyond the 3D experience. Ascension is the act of rising in frequency, and consciousness is directly related to your mind and ways of thinking. Therefore, ascension consciousness is a rise in both frequency and thought that creates a new experience of reality. Combined, these are also referred to as the awakening process. Your individual consciousness is connected to the universe and all that is. Your body contains that consciousness in your daily waking life. Consciousness uses the physical body to explore and experience itself, becoming self-aware of the experiences as they occur. But as a spiritual being, your consciousness is also able to reach far beyond your body. Your biological body and your consciousness combine to make up what you refer to as you, and you are here to spiritually evolve and progress into a truer understanding of who and what you are through this type of exploration. Essentially, the ascension process is a raising of your overall energy, or what's referred to as your energy signature, to include your mind, body, and spirit. And there's a direct relationship between all of these things. Combined, your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions make up this energy signature. Changing any of these things can increase or decrease your overall vibrational frequency. The ascension consciousness and awakening process consists of finding ways to create and maintain the higher energetic signature, and in turn, move into a totally new experience. Your energetic makeup or vibrational frequency determines the outcome of your personal experience. Your unique story is your ascension process. Your spirit is on an adventure, learning and growing each step of the way until you return back to your true source. So you can't get it wrong. The spiritual part of you is constantly searching for new experiences to assist you in this growth and expansion. And there comes a time when many feel, on a deep soul level, that they have spiritually grown beyond their current experience. In fact, this will happen many times as the ascension process continues. Whatever can help the spirit grow after completing something that is learned is what will show up next. And we do have control in the form of free will regarding the nature of how we can create these experiences in our lives. Beyond the individual consciousness, we are all connected as one, all a part of the source, all energetically connected as everything is energy. Because of this connection, there's a close energetic relationship between your consciousness and matter. Your consciousness is in the physical body to explore and experience itself, as I stated earlier. The physical body is a creation of the consciousness. What the consciousness thinks the body to be, it is. And what the consciousness thinks reality to be, it also is. If you're experiencing something negative, it will be your consciousness projecting that experience back to you as a learning experience. And you can collapse that reality and create a new one by understanding your spiritual power and changing your consciousness. This is a part of the ascension consciousness and awakening process. To touch on dimensions lightly, a dimension is merely a plane of existence, or what we refer to as reality. It's where spiritual beings of the same frequency coexist, interact, learn, and grow. Each dimension is composed of light moving at different wavelengths and frequencies. When your frequency matches what may be referred to as a higher dimension, your plane of existence will reflect that. These other dimensions are undetected by the human senses until this occurs. In other words, the consciousness is vibrationally tuned to the frequency of your reality and directly relates to what you experience. But our universe is much bigger than just one dimension. Some say there are 12, others say there are 22, and still others say there are infinitely more than that. Then there are different densities, which are different frequency groups within a dimension. And there is also planetary ascension, where the planet travels into another band of energy vibrating at a higher frequency, causing a dimensional shift for all. And I will discuss all of these things in another video. But for now, the understanding of this video is that through ascension, moving through the densities and therefore into higher dimensions, our perception and therefore our experience changes. And we do have free will to accelerate this process in our lives if we choose. We are each responsible for evolving our own consciousness, and all have and will continue to experience ascension. Free will gives us the option to change our script. By focusing on and living in fear, pain, and hurt, we hold ourselves to the frequency of more experiences that relate to that. Through elevating ourselves with thoughts and feelings of love, happiness, and joy, we hold ourselves to the frequency of more experiences that relate to those things. You get to choose the reality you experience through the use of your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and actions, or your total energetic signature. Ascension consciousness on a personal level involves the conscious decision of understanding the difference between what may be considered the lower or lesser experiences and what might be considered the higher and more positive experiences, and then redirecting the personal energy to the higher reality. This means removing the self from cultural illusions that create chaos and the continuation of exploring the lows of the different aspects of human experience, what is often referred to as awakening. Although these lower aspects are great teachers, they are not intended to be the sole experience. Ascending beyond them creates the prize. Ascension requires moving the thoughts and emotions to a higher level of consciousness. It means learning and understanding the concept of oneness, that we are all together in one sea of conscious energy. For example, all beings of light, such as angels and spirit guides, are integrated forms of consciousness and are readily available for assistance at request. However, free will gives each part of our consciousnesses the ability to accept or deny this truth. If your free will accepts this truth, you can begin or even advance your ascension process simply by stating your intention to do so, and by making the request that these higher dimensional parts of the One assist you in doing so. Connect with whatever resonates most with you and your understanding. This could be God, an angel, or a more ascended version of yourself. You are simply connecting your conscious energy with the consciousness of a higher dimensional energy. Personal acknowledgement of this energy is helpful, and you will find that this higher energy will assist you with your request. However, only at your request, as they cannot interfere with your path otherwise. In addition, how you think, feel, and act, your conscious energy creates frequency. Because of this, ascension can be accelerated by consciously repolarizing negative feelings and emotions. For instance, if a situation or person causes a negative reaction, you can recognize this by stating something to the effect of, "This energy is not in alignment with what I choose to experience." Feel where this energy affects you most in your body. And then just imagine it as a black cloud of energy on that part of your body. And then imagine a large white cloud above you, and how this smaller black cloud is pulled up quickly into this larger white cloud, completely removing itself from you and being totally absorbed by the white cloud. Then announce, either mentally or out loud, that you will no longer allow this negative energy to be a part of you or to affect how you feel. Another powerful ascension process for integrating higher frequencies, known as an ascension chamber, goes as follows. Visualize a white bubble of light surrounding your entire body and extending out just past it. The inside of this bubble is also filled with this bright white light. Feel this white light energy penetrating your body, moving down through the top of your head and working its way down completely through all parts of you, into your legs, and out through your feet, being absorbed by all of your muscles, organs, and cells. Once you've moved through this part of the process, imagine the light in this bubble forming a shell around the bubble itself in a more concentrated color of golden light, creating a thick layer around it. This is a stronger, higher frequency shell holding this light in place around you. For a few minutes, just concentrate on strengthening this outer layer and feeling the light within your bubble continue to flow through you, raising your vibrational frequency and assisting you in the ascension of your consciousness. It's ideal to work with this process for about 15 to 20 minutes per day, but you can remain in this state longer if desired. Awakening the mind and accessing higher dimensions is achieved through higher frequency, and we achieve the higher frequencies through the use of our consciousness, moving us through the ascension process. Our consciousness, and therefore our frequency, will always determine our experiences. And at this time, many feel the completion of experiencing the 3D lessons and have a desire for an advancement of consciousness that creates new discoveries and new adventures. Free will allows us this conscious decision to evolve as a spiritual being and progress to higher frequencies, awakening the mind to new experiences and new realities.